So I'm going to be doing a vlog today about this book, which I'm halfway through, so it'll be a halfway kind of review and kind of analysis of Noumenautics, which I think is how you pronounce this. Metaphysics, meta-ethics, and psychedelics. The synopsis on the back is philosopher Peter Sjostedt H. Noumenautics traverses the mindscape of metaphysics, nihilism, and psychedelic phenomenology. It navigates through subjects such as the sentience of cells, the constrictions of consciousness, the metaphysics of might, the magic of mushrooms, the narcotics of Nietzsche, and the neologism of neo-nihilism, the last of which may cause flashbacks. Tracing the fall of Western morality through Kant, Schopenhauer, and Nietzsche, the book descends deeper still into a metaphysics further upheld by Henry Bergson and Alfred North Whitehead. This collection of essays and notes provides the most idea-provoking, educational, and original piece of literature for the thoughtful reader and specialist alike. Okay, so obviously Noumenautics is a very bizarre word. The definition of this, this is covered in the preface of the book, from nous and nous, the ancient Greek terms for mind and ship. The word Noumenautics is born too from Ernst Junger's term psychonaut in its connotation of psychedelic exploration, and from Immanuel Kant's term noumenon in its connotation of an unperceived reality. The psyche of psychonaut denotes more the soul, whereas the now of noumenon denotes more the intellect. Thus one might say that the noumenon is a philosophical psychonaut, one who investigates both the human harbour of ideas and put out through to the inhuman ocean that is psychedelic consciousness. Yet that harbour is not necessarily a haven. The collection of essays and notes, seemingly heterogeneous as they assembled from a number of publications, all share a sharp critique of prevalent beliefs. The metaphysics used from multifarious thinkers all veer towards panpsychism, that sentience in its various modes exists not only through complex physiology, but in fact in all forms of reality. This metaphysical claim is as I said, I'm halfway through this book. Roughly I'm on page 81 at present of 130-ish pages. So I'm just going to give a few initial kind of responses to the book, and then which can only be initial, obviously, because I'm only halfway through the book, and then I'll basically the book is obviously divided into chapters, but each chapter kind of explores, so far anyway, seems to explore very specific ideas, and I like the way that's been laid out like that, because it's almost like it's something you can always refer back to very easily in terms of, if you're just interested in one specific topic. Every single chapter basically so far seems to just cover one area, and then and then the writer is evolving onto the next stage, kind of like creating a which is quite makes it more interesting to read and kind of engages. I found it engaging as a reader because I was kind of grasping the ideas, and then obviously that, but then I always felt there's an element of mystery that was being left uncovered in the writing itself, which helped, which made me want to read more. So yeah, so just go through some of the chapter titles. So I'll start off by saying, at this halfway point, the chapter which is most stuck in my memory is the what's it called, the Antichrist and the Antichrist Psychonaut, about Nietzsche and psychedelics, because it talks about basically something which I had never really heard before was that Nietzsche apparently used to abuse used to use quite heavy sedatives and drugs and psychoactive substances. It does go into more detail in the book. Let me just look it up. And which is quite interesting because I've never heard that expressed in much literature about Nietzsche. I mean, I've only really read Nietzsche himself. I've never read any of the surrounding literature that surrounds his work. I thought it's quite interesting that it brings up that the history of his abusing certain substances. Well, arguably abusing, but you know what I mean. Let's just have a look. Just go back on that. So yeah, I was just. So yeah, I mean, basically to sum up, this is a very interesting book. I would thoroughly recommend it. I'll put a link to the buying link to the page where you can purchase this philosophical book on the description of the video. And yeah, I mean, I'm finding this book very interesting at the minute, and I've been reading it quite rapidly on the train, be at least a chapter every day. And yeah, I would say check this out. Obviously, it's not for everyone because of the subject matter, but if you're interested in any of these subjects, whether it be metaphysics, philosophy, psychedelic consciousness, philosophy of consciousness, Nietzsche, any of those above subjects, then check out Noumenautics. Cheers.